Is that you lying there on the ground?
Is that me, baby? Right?
Oh, Sissy in the middle of traffic.
We don't hear the music. I cannot hear it from here.
Right, okay.
But we can. But my.
Camera loves you, baby.
No, baby, the camera loves you. The camera loves you. We're right here. Can we see ourselves? The black screen is in front of us, and we are going live. September 18, 2009. My goodness, time flies when you're having fun. Right, Frank?
Yes. Or the other way around. Time's fun when you're having flies. That's what one frog said to the other.
Oh boy, I love this. We have a man here, exquisite writer, playwright. Huh?
Well, I
And
write novels too.
yeah, I know, and I'm reading for the second time
Yes.
your novel. Okay, an actor, member of the Actors Studio, a husband, a family man, a father, a grandfather.
Yeah, and a hell of a lover.
And a hell, oh man, you can promote yourself, Frank. And we're saying hi to your beautiful wife,
Yes.
Joanne.
Hi, Joe. How are you, love?
We love you. We miss you. It's too bad that she couldn't come here today. Why she didn't come?
You know, I didn't know she was welcome, but the next time.
You bring it over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Frank is a man. We had plenty of conversations before about the theater. We talk about stage. We talk about film, and that's why I want to have you here. Frank was my first guest almost 1 year ago.
Right.
I brought Frank to this show, but we did it from upstairs, the shoebox upstairs.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
So this is a different experience for both of us. Okay.
Right, yes.
So I want to talk about Mr. Frank. You have how many years in the theater? 40, 50?
50.
50 years in the theater. We have the same shot in front of us, which is interesting.
Right.
Okay, I'm talking with my team, right? Mike Tapp and Annette Hollander. Okay, good enough. Frank, after so many years in the theater, I want to ask you why you keep doing what you're doing. What's the love for the craft? Where is this coming from?
Well,
Because you're tough to please.
oh,
Right?
You trapped me with this question.
Well, Frank, it takes a lot of. It
right.
takes. I know. I know.
It's not me wanting. It's what I do. You know, the people think of the theater as being something that is over here someplace. It's not part of life. To me, it's part of life. It's my life. It's what I do. It's what I want to do. In a certain sense, it's always what I wanted to do. And even then, I made the discovery that I wanted to do it somewhat later than most people do, okay? I started as a writer and became an actor later on, okay? But I always knew I wanted to write for the theater. I was a kid in school. I used to write little skits that we would do and things like that. And so it started there. But the thing about it is, and I think that everybody, someplace, somewhere, whatever they want to do, it should be the feeling of when I do this, this is really what I want to do.
It's a need.
Yes.
This is not about pure narcissism, like somebody French writer
Right,
said that
yeah.
actors are narcissistic by nature.
There's a certain amount of truth in that. Don't. Yeah, it's
right?
not. Oh yes. I can be vain. Yes.
Yeah,
well, I play a scene with somebody as gorgeous as you, baby.
Oh,
I'm vain.
on,
Come on,
Frank.
come on.
You're trying to pick me up now. Come on.
No, really.
No, I know,
know,
my Frank. But what I'm saying, it's a need, right,
Yeah,
Frank?
yes, it is indeed. It is something that you want to express. The best way I can say it is, it's something you need to express. It's something you have to say. It's something you have to say now. Okay. You have to say in a certain sense of wanting to have your children and your grandchildren like it one day and say, you know, my father did that, you know, my grandfather did that, you know, and there's something about that. It's a kind of a legacy that you have too. But it's not, I think an awful lot of people think of the theater as being frosting on the cake, that it's something that if you go to work every day, that's real work. If you go to the theater, that's something that's kind of airy-fairy out there. It's not so. What it is it's real work.
It's
the kind-
commitment.
it's commitment, the kind of work you do, okay? You know that. You're an actor. You know that, okay?
But you have to be passionate. You have to love it. You have to do your work. You have to train yourself. But how we do it nowadays, when you read the New York Times and you read about, let's say, Obama, he's trying to, people say that he's overexposed now.
Right, yeah.
That he's trying to get, the health
Right.
insurance. It's very tough, Frank, for actors in nowadays
Yes.
to be able to concentrate the energy exclusively in acting.
Well, that's true. Let's talk about Obama. I think he has a passion for doing what he does, and he wants to do things for our country.
Yes.
And it's a passion, okay? I mean, who is the most passionate person in the history of the world?
The most passionate. That's a good
Okay.
question. Okay, let me think about that one. Who would be the most passionate? I think I don't know, in terms of history, you're
Jesus
saying, Frank?
Christ.
Jesus,
Jesus Christ.
he
Was
was
the,
not- well, he
it-
died for
don't-
all of us.
but don't- what do they call that dying? Don't they call it the passion?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Yes,
yeah, okay,
yes,
yeah.
you're right, you're right,
And,
you're right.
okay, the passion, the commitment, the thing of doing, okay, yeah, okay.
To live or die.
To live or die, okay? And that's what we do.
And that's what he's doing.
Yes,
You know?
but that's what we do. And it's wonderful for us to find this is what we want to do. There are lots of people who want to do things and they don't find their way to it.
Right.
They
And Frank,
live
it's a lot of obstacles.
Yes.
It's a lot of obstacles. Actors, we gotta pay
yeah,
rent like
yeah,
everybody else.
yeah.
They taxes to be
Right.
paid, right?
Gotta eat
Health-
like everybody else.
You gotta eat like everybody
Yeah,
else. There's
yeah.
a health insurance.
Yes.
There's
The
obligations.
whole number,
there
the whole
love
number.
stories.
Yes, yeah.
It's how
Yeah.
we keep it together.
Right, yeah.
What would be the advice for actors out there, Frank? Like how we can keep it together and stop doing what we're doing without stopping.
Well, to begin with, for me, okay, let me talk about what happened for me. I wanted to do certain plays, okay, really. I attached myself to a play, okay? I wanted to do it in the sense of, and to a certain extent, maybe it became a little bit of a religion for me, okay? And that part of it was something that you made a commitment to. And, actors do a lot of work for nothing.
Yes.
Actors do a lot of work for less than nothing. They
For
pay
free,
to go.
no.
They pay to go to workshops and this and that and so on and so forth. Go ahead,
Ouch.
honey.
I'm sorry
You all
about
right?
that.
Go
I
ahead.
dropped
Take
my
it.
I
Go
brought
ahead.
my tape. Go ahead. Keep
Go ahead.
talking.
And what they do is it costs some money to go there. They have to eat meals out and what have you.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's endless.
It's endless.
Frank,
And
it's
they do
endless.
this, but once you find that there's a good feeling that comes from it, the feeling of satisfaction of I did that. Okay. I mean, look, I just finished a play where the character says, the greatest feeling I had was the satisfaction of holding a script in my hand saying, I just did this. Okay? Yeah. There's something about that. I don't know how other people feel about it, how other writers, how other actors, but that's what does it for me, Sissy. Okay? And that's a kind of passion, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
devoting what you do. Frank,
I-
you write every single
and
day.
I'm very lucky in what I do. Okay, make
Yes,
no
but
mistake of it.
you're gifted in what you do.
Well,
you're
yeah,
very.
but I'm surrounded by people who support me in what I do too, Sissy.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Frank.
yeah.
But when I read your plays, like
Yeah.
the history was the one,
yes,
the
yes.
last one that I
Yeah,
read.
yeah.
You're very sophisticated.
Well.
It's like which
okay,
is
all right,
great,
okay.
but it's like you have to rise above.
Yes.
It's like it's just, to me, it was an easy reading, but it's not an easy reading. It makes you work. It makes you think.
Yes.
And that's what I love about your work.
Right. Okay.
Remember when we talked about it,
yeah.
about history?
And when it's up there on a stage, I hope that it'll make. I'm talking about people possibly doing it now. Okay. Yeah. And if it's up there, I hope they have the same reaction you have, honey.
But Rick, no, because I know.
Yeah.
I mean, the way the words come, we talk about Harold Pinter.
Yes.
Remember
Yes,
when he
yeah,
died?
yeah.
When you came to the show,
Right.
said, Sissy,
Yeah. Right. Yes.
we're going to talk
yeah,
about Harold
yeah.
Pinter. You remind me, Harold Pinter.
Pinter was a very committed guy.
Very
committed guy.
devoted.